So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to see about the discussion in the S3 topic again. That is the permissions and the management section of the S3 bucket. So now first we are starting with the permissions that will be given generally, or permissions that can be given for the people or accessing the S3 bucket will be maintained or will be seen through these type of applications, like having the permissions will give you the public access settings, means which whenever you wanted to send it to public, and access control, bucket policy, and CORS configuration. So firstly we will be going for public access setting. So public access setting will be, we use the Amazon S3 public access setting to enforce that buckets do not allow public access data to accessing the people of the public without any link or the data. So you can configure Amazon S3 public service so that the access without any account level. You need to have any sort of account level, and you need to have any sort of minimum permissions that are given by the root owner for giving you the main concepts that will be shown in this website. So if you want to use this server, you need to have some sort of permissions that will be given by the root access server. So next we will be going for public access control list will be happening at there, so that we need to have all of them in false for actually continuing or giving the information outside to the world. So we will be having four important aspects that are required to be in false, that will be required for us to be in false state, so that we will be actually they will be all be in the default version is true, but you need to convert them into false. So what are those means? The block new public ACLs, and block public uploading, means if you wanted to stop the public to upload into the server, then you can give it to the this option that should be in false. Next, remove public access granted through public ACLs. So if you are using a public acknowledgement services, then you need to check out for the people who are accessing through the public, and they are not granted. If they are granted or not, you should be checking that those here the permissions can be given. This will be also in false. And in the bucket policies we will be seeing the block new public bucket policies, means if you wanted to, if anybody wanted to change the bucket policies without knowing to the root server, it cannot be done. So that here we will be doing the main concepts by taking the blocking the new public policies. And next we will be going for block the public and cross account access. So if you wanted to block the public and cross account access, if the bucket has the public access, so if the public has a if the a main server has a public access, then if you wanted to go for only some people, so you will be giving for only giving for people who are accessible, or who are just wanted to use the information to them. So block the public and cross account access through public ACLs. So if you are going for any sort of this, then you can go for uh, controlling them by these ones. So ACL will be basically given for access control list. So we will be giving you the main root of the server, or main purpose of the server for the people whoever are wanted to be going for use this data. Next, access control list. Access control list will be access for the AWS root account users, means only the users can be using that. There are the three types of options. The access for the AWS root account users, means if you wanted to use as a root user or something like that, then you can go for this option. And access for AWS account, access for any sort of account that will be required for us for making, for giving other people your data, or wanted to share the information with other people, then you can use this AWS account, access for AWS account. And public access generator. So public access will be actually defined for us by seeing the information above. ACLs will be acting as a main medium for accessing the public administration. So public access will be here given. And AWS policy generator. So what is AWS policy generator? Means what does the AWS policy generator do? The AWS policy generator is a tool that enables you to create the policies that are control access to Amazon Web Services products and resources, so that For more information about creating policies, we will be involved in getting three types of steps. These are selecting policy type, adding statement, generating the policy. So the policy generator will be actually giving you the information that is required for accessing the people or accessing the groups to the certain sort of data that is required for the people. So configuring cross origin account or CORS, this is the last one in the permissions that will be given. So cross origin resources sharing, CORS, this is defined by generally given for a way for client web services or applications that are loaded in one domain to interact with resources in a different domain, so that with CORS you can build the rich client side web applications, or with the help of the Amazon S3, and selectively allow cross origin access to Amazon S3 servers or the storage format. So you can access the information as we have said, public access will be given here. CORS will be acting as a cross servers one. So the section shows you the to how to enable the CORS using the Amazon S3, so that S3 REST API and AWS SDK will be accessing through this sort of information. So to configure your bucket to allow the cross origin request, you add CORS configuration to the bucket, so that a CORS configuration is a document that has the defines the rules that are identified by the origins that will be given for you to allow the access to the bucket, and the operations supported for each origin and each operation specific information. So in S3 console, the CORS configuration must be JSON document, so that JSON will be acting as a nice medium, or the medium that will be very much reachable for any person will be taking in this concepts of matter. So here we have used the four instructions that will be used for us, that is created by, or the permissions that will be given for us by S3 will be has been seen like public access setting, access control list, bucket policy, and CORS configuration. And now we are going for seeing the management that is required for us to maintain the information that is stored in the S3. We will be going for that. So today we are going to talk about the management in the S3 bucket session, where which it has the different types of aspects like life cycle, replication, analytics, metrics, and inventory. So today we are going to see about the life cycle. So life cycle will be basically, it will be known as letting us know the total life cycle of the storage that is stored in the bucket. It has basically four types of layers for creating that. So first one is name and scope, and second one is transitions, third one is expiration, and fourth one is review. So first one is name and scope. You will be giving the S3 bucket a name, and the scope of the means scope means what in what manner it is working, or what data it is there stored here, which scope it is used for. It is used where it will be mentioned here, so that the transitions will be giving for changing the one sort of data to another sort of data. So if first if you want it for generally, if generally the what preference standard if infrequent access data will be first given, so that it will be converted into the data which is present in this will be sent to or converted into standard infrequent access in 30 days. That is the minimum period for standard infrequent access, and then into the glacier. So the glacier will be giving you in the 60 days, from the 60 days. So minimum time for the changing of these transitions will be taken. If you are not taking any sort of infrequent access, then you can go for directly 1 day or 2 days. But if you are using the standard infrequent access, you need to give at least 30 days for the transferring or transition of the data. Next, expiration. When should the file expire, or when should the file should be deleted, or you can give any sort of information by that. You or next one, last one is you can review all these steps, and you can go for creation of the life cycle. So these are the life cycle rules that we have discussed now. So that it will be, if you have different types of versions, you can add for both the version, present version and previous version, so that you will be having the different types of options for them, so that it will be manually seeing the people, or accessing the control of the data will be given to the people, where we have different types of management and the permissions that are given for us. Thank you.